What's up, what's up, what's up? It's your man, Chaz Ellis, once again giving you the information you asked me for. Make sure you hit me up on the askchazzellisproject.com. Be a part of some of the discussions that we're having. If you need a little bit of extra help, you can get a consultation from the askchazzellisproject.com. And also, if you've been trying to get through and you haven't been able to with a message or something like that, you can also go to Quick Question on the askchazzellisproject.com too. This video actually came from, I was talking to somebody hit me up actually on Quick Question, and they were talking to me about their friends and things that their friends have been telling them to do. Maybe like, I've been trying to figure out who to listen to because my friends are giving me different advice, and one of my friends is married. And I was like, cool, man, it's good to get advice, it's good to get information. But some of the stuff she was saying her married friend was telling her to do, I was kind of like, I didn't know if that was, good advice, because basically she was just telling her not to do anything. And I was looking at the situation, I was just kind of like, and I thought about a lot of people that I have talked to, and that just to say, man, I talked to hundreds of women, and I talked to about 100 women per week. I know some of y'all like, oh, I'll never get my stuff answered, and yeah. Well, now you know why. Now you know why. It's very difficult to answer everybody, but I talk to a lot of women every week, and I try to answer a lot of people through videos and stuff. But anyway, and one of the things I noticed is that so many of y'all have been programmed with lies, and so many of y'all have been programmed with people just giving you information that really isn't true and doesn't require anything from you. So that when someone actually does tell you something or does give you some information and it sounds like it may be a bit difficult, you revert back to whatever you heard from someone else. And I'll say it like this. A lot of times y'all run into a person, it's your friend, and they're married or something like that, and they get, girl, I'm telling you, here's what I did. I just waited on God. I didn't have to do nothing. I just waited on God, and I found a man who would really love me for me. Girl, he is perfect. He is everything I've ever dreamed of in my life. He is all things to me, girl. He is the perfect man. And you're like, girl, for real? That's all I got to do? Okay, cool. And then you go and you just sit there and you don't make any changes in your life, and you're looking, waiting for a guy, and that guy don't come along. Now you talk to them about 3, 4, 5 years later, after they've been married for a little while, and then they get in a divorce, and you say to yourself, girl, what happened? I thought you said that you waited, and he was this, and he was that, and they're like, girl, he ain't nothing, okay? He ain't nothing, girl. He cheated on me. He did all these other nasty things. He ain't nothing, girl. Girl, I thought he was the man God sent me, but really he was the man that God sent me to get to another man, okay? This new man that I got right now, though, he is perfect, girl. And all I had to do was be myself. And I got the man that I wanted, okay? That other man wasn't nothing. He was trash. And you listen to that because it sounds good. Because it doesn't require anything of you. And they do this over and over and over again. And they got you bought into it to where every dude that they mess with ain't nothing when they break up with him. He was the perfect man when they got with him. The perfect man when they got married. He was the second coming then. But all of a sudden when they break up, oh, he wasn't the right man, girl. He wasn't nothing. But because what people think is, and what a lot of women have been programmed to believe is, just because this woman got married, she has all the answers. Getting married ain't no different than being in a long-term relationship. You get married, you've been in a relationship you've been married for 5 years. There's people been in a relationship for 10, 12 years. Having a ring don't make it no bigger or better of a relationship. These people be sticking their chest out and talking to you like you don't know nothing and you ain't nothing because they got a ring on their finger. That don't mean nothing. For every no-count woman out there is some fool willing to marry her. I'm just being real. I'm just being real. I know some of the stuff I say may sound messed up and may sound harsh, but it's real. It's just the honest truth. It's always somebody out there willing to get married, and then they want to sit here and they got all the answers. Jocelyn Hernandez is married, supposedly. But so that should tell you right there that anybody can get married. Think about all the people in the world that you've seen that got married, and you was like, what? Anybody can get married. That doesn't mean that they got any kind of information. That doesn't mean that their marriage is going to last. That doesn't mean that it's working out the way that they told you it was. And when it doesn't work out, what do? They give you some story about, oh, well, girl, he cheated. That's the end of the story. They ain't telling you everything that happened along the way. They ain't telling you why he might have done what he did. And when y'all listen to that and y'all hear that, y'all only get that information. And that's what most of y'all want. A lot of women actually want to hear lies. They want to hear lies because lies are easier than the truth. The truth requires work. And when somebody sit there and tell you, oh, I got married and I ain't have to do nothing, it's kind of like that weight loss pill. I lost 150 pounds and all I had to do was take this one little pill. I didn't have to exercise. I didn't have to eat right. And I lost all of this weight. Look at me now. Take a look at me now. And you take that pill and you drink the water. Take the pill again. You take the pills and then you go to another pill after that. You do that shit for 10 years and don't never lose weight. Don't never look any better. You're like, what happened? Somebody else say, hey, you know what you might want to do? You might want to diet and exercise. That might get your life right. You try that stuff for like 2 weeks and you're like, man, that'll work. Because you didn't lose weight in 2 weeks, but you didn't try this other crap for 10 years. Yeah, but it didn't require anything if you did it. That's why people believe lies. A lot of women out there, they want to believe that there's some magic formula to get everything they want to. It's just like when people go to church. You know, you got a pastor that's over there teaching, that's preaching to you about what you got to do, the work you got to put into life, how you got to treat other people and things like that for your blessings to come and for things to happen for you. They start telling you that stuff and you get a lot of people going, oh. Anyway, his church don't have but 5 or 6 members. But then you get somebody saying, ha, all you need to do is just raise your hands and open them just like this. And if you open your hands like this, gold will fall down and gold will fall down into that hand. And all you got to do is reach and grab it. And we're going to have prayer buckets right here. You just got to pay $25. And you're going to get a prayer bucket. And when the gold falls down, the gold will fall into the bucket and you just carry it off. And you're going to be rich for the rest of your life. Requires nothing of you but to just hold your hands up. And you see that church will be full of people over here paying $25 for them prayer buckets. And the only person getting rich is the preacher. Because he's getting your $25. He's putting in the work to be rich. He's putting in the effort. He's going out there. He came up with this sermon, came up with this idea, bought some buckets, made an investment. He did the work to be rich. He charged you for it. Think about this. Here's what he didn't do. He didn't say, hey, I'm just going to pass these buckets out and hope God give me my $25. No, you had to pay for your bucket, and then you standing here with your hands up in the air going, when does gold going to fall? You know, and that's nothing against religion, but it's just saying that what you have to do, there's more to a story than that. And you want to believe the pretty lie over the ugly truth. The truth is you got to do some things. The truth is you got to put forth some work. And when somebody tells you got to put forth some work, you just kind of tune that out and you go back to doing nothing. And then you wonder why your situation isn't any better. I can sit here and tell you for hours on end, hey, this is what you need to do to make your relationship work. This is what you do need to get some of the things you want out of life. And it's going to require work. It's going to be a step-by-step process. And then somebody else will say, no, you don't need to do all that. All you need to do is just sit here and wait, and you're going to find what you need. A real man is going to come along. He's going to give you everything you need, okay? And that's how it's going to work. And you'll try that. You'll try that for 10 years. But somebody tell you that you got to do something that require work, you try that for like a week. You're like, well, I tried that and it didn't work. You didn't put the same time into it that you did that other crap that you know doesn't work. Because deep down inside, people say stuff is common sense all the time. But deep down inside, yeah, we do know. But we need somebody to convince us against the pretty lies. We need somebody to keep telling us that that's not true. Because when somebody gives you a pretty, it just makes you feel good. It makes you feel good to believe you can have everything you want in life and not put forth any effort whatsoever. It makes you feel good. It makes you feel good that you can just keep being the same person that you are today, not make any changes, and you can find this love of your life and this dream person that's just going to love you for the way you are, and you ain't going to have to put forth no effort. You're not going to have to do nothing to make them happy. You just going to get this love and just keep on having it. That sounds great. I wish that was the way it was. Hell, that would be the shit. I wish that was the way it was. But it's not. It's a pretty lie. It is a gorgeous lie. And it's one that you're going to keep hearing over and over and over again. And that's the one that's going to sell. If you want to write a book and you want to make somebody buy it, tell them that they can get everything and do absolutely nothing. Bestseller. Like that. Anybody can write that book. Bestseller. Every single time. Tell them that all they have to do is demand what they want. And they'll get it. Bestseller. But you start telling people what they actually have to do to work to get what they want. Not so many people are going to buy that one. Not so many people are going to buy that one. They're like, work? What? So that's why it's hard to take good advice. That's why it's hard to get good information. That's why we believe lies often. That's why people tell us stuff and we don't know who to listen to. We know who to listen to, but one thing sounds hard and the other thing is easy. Simple as that. But unfortunately, the lies you believe, they're not going to work. They're not going to put forth. They're not going to give you what you want. You have to put forth effort. Hopefully, I was able to help you out. Once again, it's your man, Chaz Ellis. Hit me up on the askchazzellisproject.com. Also, hit me up on askchazzellis on Facebook. And hit me up on Twitter. Add your boy. Follow your boy. Ain't that what it is? Follow your boy on Twitter. At askchazzellis on Twitter. It's always askchazzellis, so you can easily find me. askchazzellis on Twitter. Follow your boy. Peace.